Hello, everyone, and welcome to the weekly energy update for the week of December 3rd, 2023. I'm Renee Spears, a spirit guide channeler and spiritual mentor, and I'm coming to you from a beautiful sunny morning in Bozeman, Montana. Every Sunday, I share the energy for the week ahead, and I also infuse the show with some positive vibes, so you get a little positive energy boost just for listening. And December is a busy month, and it's all about preparing us for the next year. And the prepping starts this week when Venus moves into Scorpio on Monday. Neptune goes direct on Wednesday, Hanukkah starts on Thursday, and Venus is opposite Jupiter next Saturday. So there's a lot of shifting energy happening this month. From now until the new moon next week, we're enjoying life, we're having fun, and we're starting to get ready for next year. You might have already been thinking about next year and maybe even want to start making your New Year's resolutions ahead of the new moon. That new moon will be one of the luckiest nights of the year. And it's also the same day that Mercury goes retrograde for the rest of the year. Next week's new moon is the last new moon of fall, and it's all about completion and transition. It's a time to wrap up loose ends, prepare for winter, and get ready for our rebirth. And then the week after that, once Capricorn season and the winter solstice happen on the 21st, we are ready to get our shit together. So this is the week before the new moon, before Mercury retrograde, Capricorn season, and the solstice, that we can enjoy ourselves and start dreaming a little bit about the future. So let's break down the energy this week, starting with Venus moving into Scorpio tomorrow. Venus, the planet of love and harmony in Scorpio, is a very passionate place, and we can expect to see an increase in intimacy. During the upcoming month that Venus will be in Scorpio, our relationships go through transformations. Love takes center stage. Venus in Scorpio is about commitment, and the way in which we choose to commit evolves during this time. We don't hold back on what we want and how we feel. Venus is considered to be in detriment when it's in Scorpio because it's not at ease there. It just can't relax. This isn't a transit for the lighthearted, and because of the placement of some of the other planets this year, it can be very emotional. So we're going to see a lot of really hot sex and also some breakups and breakthroughs, which all ultimately lead to better relationships. And then on Wednesday, the 6th, Neptune, who has been in retrograde since June 30th, finally turns direct. Neptune is a dreamy planet. It wears rose-colored glasses and it sees everything on the bright side. It can be very disconnected from reality, especially the hardship of reality. Neptune is an outer planet. It's not recognized in ancient astrology, only modern astrology, because it wasn't even officially discovered until 1846. Outer planets like Neptune affect us more on a worldwide level rather than a personal level. So you may want to pay extra attention to the news around the 6th, because we're going to see the effects of this transit show up somewhere in the world. And still, we're likely to feel a personal shift when Neptune goes direct too. Neptune is currently in Pisces, which makes this transit extra potent because Neptune is the modern ruler of Pisces. These two go perfectly together in harmony. They are right at home with one another. They love, love, love being together. For the past 5 months since summertime, Neptune retrograde has taken off our rose-colored glasses. It's made us look at life in direct, harsh, fluorescent lighting. So the benefit of Neptune retrograde is that it prevented us from falling into delusion. And it allowed us to make some smart and more calculated choices. However, it also disconnected us from our dreams. So when Neptune in Pisces turns direct, we feel a sense of hopefulness again. And it helps us to make our dreams a reality. When Neptune goes direct, a fog lifts. And we start planning how we're going to turn our dreams into reality next year. We want to use our dreams as a roadmap for what we want to create in 2024. Neptune in Pisces is the time to make our dreams real. And it'll be there for the next 2 years. This is really our opportunity to make some shifts in our lives. Remember, next year is an 8 universal year in numerology. It's an abundant year, full of transformation and personal growth when we achieve our goals. It would serve us well if our goals for next year were our dreams. So with Neptune going direct this week, we can start to get serious about what we want next year to look like. So next year I turn 60, and I've been starting to think about how I'm going to celebrate all year and how I want my life to look when I turn 60. So I'm turning 60 in an 8 universal year, which is about abundance, and my life path number is 8, again, about abundance. So next year is my year to achieve all of my dreams, starting now. We're starting 2024 early. This year, 2023, because of the placement of the planets, things didn't really start moving until like the 3rd week of January. 2024 is different. We're preparing for it now. So if you want to know your life path number, just add up all the digits of your birthday and reduce them to a single digit. And then you can just Google to find out more info about your life path number. It's pretty interesting, and I have found that it's right on. On Saturday, the 2 luckiest planets, Venus and Jupiter, sit across from one another in the sky, making next weekend fan-fucking-tastic. Venus represents love, relationships, beauty, and harmony. And Jupiter is about expansion, growth, and abundance. Jupiter magnifies whatever it touches, and when it's opposite Venus, it amplifies happiness, optimism, and positivity. So this Venus opposite Jupiter transit is good for loving, partying, indulging. And if it happens to fall during a vacation, then fantastic. This will be one of your best vacations ever. And if it falls on a work day for you, though, then you're gonna really need to dig deep to get your work done. You will not feel like working next weekend. So if there's something you want to get done this month, you probably want to do it this week before next weekend and then the start of Mercury retrograde a couple days later. Just a couple things to mention about this transit. We feel so open and good that if you're looking for a new lover, there could be a tendency to lower your standards. You don't want to wake up on Monday with any regrets. There could also be some overindulging with all the things: food, drinking and drugging, shopping. So just be aware of that. If you're aware, you probably won't do it. So overall, this week is really great for getting ready for next year. So start to make some plans now for next year. If there's anything you want to get done this month, I suggest doing it this week. Enjoy yourself this week. Have fun. Go out with friends. Be light this week. This isn't a serious week. Even with Venus and Scorpio this month, we get this week to celebrate and enjoy all the great things in life. Maybe without going overboard and overindulging, though. And that's it for the week. Speaking of planning for next year, I thought about not doing any more Montana spiritual retreats next year, but they're so fun and I love them. I think I've just done too many the past couple years and was exhausted. So next year, I'm cutting back and I'm only hosting 3, and 2 of them are already booked. So there's only 1 more available for 2024. So if you are interested in spending 4 days, 3 nights with me in Montana, resetting your energy, this is the time to reserve your spot. Each retreat is private and customized, and you choose from what you want to do. We can go to Yellowstone or horseback riding or fly fishing or get massages, have sound baths, soak in hot springs, whatever you want to do. It's super fun, and I promise you will leave Montana a new person. You can learn more and reserve your spot for next year on my website, Abundology.com, and I will also put a link in the show notes. One more thing, I'm now offering in-person appointments again. So if you live in Bozeman or you're visiting, come and see me in person. It's like the olden days before COVID. So as always, thank you for listening, liking, subscribing, commenting, and passing this podcast on to a friend who may find value in it. Enjoy the week. Soak it in. Enjoy every second of it. And I will talk to you again next week.